So I just realized something else. I realized the whole point or the whole goal of doing this is to have an excuse to monitor me, so then it can be in the guise of harass me under the guise of monitoring me. But for one thing, you don't have to monitor me when you see me do my job. You see me do my job, you see I do it thoroughly. So that's not an issue to monitor. Okay, you may what you think you need to monitor me to do to see if I'm playing pool. If you tell me I can't play pool, okay, cool. Like I can stop doing that just like I do my job, right? I can stop doing that and you know focus more. Well, focus more. Like, how can the thing is, I can't focus any less on my job. I mean, I get it done. You know what I'm saying? It's either you get it done or you don't. It's not like it's like like completing an essay or like trying to formulate some kind of thesis for some kind of essay for school or something or some idea you're trying to is wash the damn pot and rinse it and put it on the side and that's it. Like it ain't nothing to it. So it's like, you don't ever need to monitor me for doing my job, right? So you really think is that important, right? To monitor whether or not while I'm playing pool, even if I got my job done. I can get if you say it's for the residents. I get that, but that's not the problem. You're trying to make it seem like or like I am a problem. The only way a person can be a problem is if they causing some kind of disturbance. There's no one in the room to cause a disturbance with when I'm up on the third floor. That's for one. When I'm playing pool, and for one, when I play the pool, I play. Oh, I'm a knock a seven in wherever. What is it called? One of those slots. I knock a seven. I usually do 15. Then I say, okay, once I get to 15, I'm gonna do 15. I'm gonna go downstairs and do 15 dishes. That's how I personally let the time pass. But it's just me, myself, and I. Like I'm not like engaging with nobody, so it's not like I can cause a disturbance with anybody or any of the residents because I don't talk to nobody. So so this all of this extra like for one, whenever they have somebody come in here that's important, they usually notify everybody. So they did two things that was supposed to be shocking or like surprising, that to try to I can't even say what they try to do, right? But I can only say how I felt in this situation. How it was meant to what it was designed to make me feel like you know it was it was literally like when I was thinking about the concept of not greeting apostates, right? They found a way, right, to flip the script around because obviously apostates, when you look up the definition of what apostates are and what they represent, they're a total problem, right? Me playing pool doesn't hurt anybody, not even the people that it belongs to, because guess what? They're not in the room. That's how I'm able to play it. If they were in the room, I wouldn't play it because guess what? They're already using it, right? So every time I'm up there and there's nobody using it, that's not the problem. That's my point. That's to cover up the problem. That's not the problem. That's not the issue. They're using that as an excuse to hide the real problem, to cover over the real problem. And then now this nigga gonna come here acting like Like somebody like like we've been here all day. You telling me one person did that to the toilet? As soon as I came in here, that there was one person did that to it. All that damage to the toilet, and I've been gone all day. Bye, bye. They use any excuse. They use any excuse, bro. Because that's what apostates do. That's what the Antichrist do. That's their job. Their job is to be a problem. Their job is to cause disruption in all walks of life, for all walks of people, from all different backgrounds. That's what their job is. That's what Satan's job is. He is he is the misery of life. He's not what life is supposed to be, and that's what his people represent. They represent chaos. But I'm going on a tangent now. I'm going off subject. Basically, all of this is for them to make. It's supposed to make me believe that I believe that they even believe their own conviction of me doing something that's out of whack. But you already knew it. You just used that as because you noticed that I admitted it. I admitted it when you asked me. And you asked me a question. You said, "Where were you?" For one, it's none of your business. If I'm doing my job and I'm getting my job done, that's all you need to know. If I'm not causing any disturbance or anything, you don't need to know anything else. You don't need to know how many shits I took in the day. You don't need to know how many times I breathe. You don't need to know all. But that's who they are. They want to know everything about you. They're weirdos. They're weirdos, like in real life. Like real life weirdos. They want to know every single detail about you because they have no sense of self-identity. That's who they are. And so they're trying to guilt trip me and try to use this as a situation or trying to disguise this as a reason to harass me, but disguise it as it means, oh, we're just monitoring you. Oh, we're just because we don't know. You know thus far that I get my job done, right? And you said it out your own mouth. So that's not a question. So you telling me you won't doubt the fact that I can not play pool or not? Like, please. That's not even the problem. That's you using the rule, being lenient somewhere, right? Of an unspoken rule, and then using that rule against somebody as soon as it's convenient. That's what that's called. And this is just excitement because I know I'm going to get more revelations tomorrow. I'm going to get a lot more revelations. And they might be like, because they don't underestimate me. Because if they did underestimate me, they wouldn't feel so pressed to watch me every 5 seconds of the day. So they know not to underestimate me, because they know leaving me alone for too long is dangerous, right? You can't leave me alone for too long, because if you leave me alone for too long, you know. But let's not underestimate. Let's not underestimate that either. That I need to be isolated. Because remember when y'all were at literally breathing down my neck, death, right? Y'all were breathing down my neck, death and threat and murder and just all types of stuff, right? Y'all was breathing that down my neck. So be careful. Be careful, because you might think you're trapping me into yourself, Be careful not to think you're trapping yourself in me. I don't care how many words you speak, right? Eventually, it's gonna mean nothing. It means nothing. If not to me, to you. Because if you're a murderer, but you need people alive, right, to worship you, then the next thing after that is to be who you are, a murderer, right? So I can't worship you if you murder me, right? You don't have a chance. You don't have nobody to feed off of. You don't have no energy to feed off of, right? If you murder them, they can't worship you if they're dead, right? So you don't want to go that far. You just want to go as far that makes you comfortable, right? But let's say I don't want to be comfortable anymore. Let's say I want to make everybody miserable like me, right? Then what? Then what? It's okay for everybody to feel like it's okay to make me miserable, right? Because it's good for the lying majority, right? But let's say I want to make everybody miserable as me, just like as miserable as everybody else is. They want to make me, but if my happiness is your misery, that means that I would just serve Jehovah. I would just be obedient to Jehovah, right? Because that's the only time you seem angry, when I'm obedient to Jehovah. But you're never angry when I'm doing the wrong things, right? When I'm doing the things that you're doing or that makes you look better. You're never angry about that, are you? Of course not. Because it makes you look better. But let's say I want to do exactly what Jehovah tells me to do. And I don't care how it makes you feel, right? I don't care who drops off the face of the planet. Because you did allow my mother to drop off the face of the planet, You did conspire that to happen. So, hell, what do I have to lose to see 100,000,000 other people fall off the face of the planet? They're bad people. They're not good people. If you can conspire against one good person for that to happen, what is 1,000,000? What is 2,000,000? What is 10,000,000? What is 100,000,000 bad people? If one apple spoils the bunch, what are 10,000,000? What are 100,000,000 apples, bad apples, that spoils the bunch in the world? What is that? What is that? What is 100,000,000 plus 200, 500,000,000, a billion plus, and then that 1% of good people that's on this earth? What is that 1,000,000,000 people versus that 1%? So that 1% should suffer because of 1,000,000,000 people are bad? That's not fair.